let's get to it. We got some stuff to talk about, boys. We got some stuff to talk about. Let's tune in.
And more violence in New York City due to the out of control border crisis, with tensions running high at makeshift migrant shelters. One fight even took a deadly turn over the weekend. The New York Post describing those migrant tent cities as helter shelter, for good reason. Alexis McAdams is live from Randall's Island in New York City. Good morning.
I was in New York over the weekend for New Year's, and I had to be honest with you. I was driving through Brooklyn, and I saw at the gas station there was mad people, and I was wondering to myself, appreciate you, Irv. I was wondering to myself, why is there so much people at this gas station? Little did I know, New York is flooded with migrants. Tune in.
Alexis.
Hey, Dana. Yeah, a lot of things unfolded over the weekend with the migrant crisis here in New York City. We can tell you one migrant here on Randall's Island was stabbed at least one time in his torso. He was rushed to a local hospital, but he didn't make it. Take a look on your screen. This is where it all unfolded here on Randall's Island on Saturday night, just after 7 o'clock there, happening right outside of that migrant shelter. And remember, Dana, these were sports fields, right, for kids? Well, they're not home to these massive migrant.
So a man that decided to come to the U.S. has died today. Well, I don't know if he died, actually. I guess he was. He was stabbed to death. Oh, my gosh. A man that decided to come to the U.S. has died today at a migrant shelter in New York. This is sad news. This is sad news, but let's continue.
Facilities. You can see there police responding to the area after the guy was reportedly surrounded and attacked. Investigators say he had more than one stab wound, and it was a 27-year-old migrant who was arrested for this fatal stabbing, now charged in connection to this incident. So this came just hours after chaos erupted outside of another migrant center in New York City. Witnesses there say a migrant tried to cut this long line you're looking at, where hundreds were waiting to sign up for temporary housing. They wait there for hours for this. That's when this fight broke out. Two NYPD officers were.
My man's was waiting in line, probably with his family, thinking that he was about to get housing today. A little did he know, his homeboy that was also trying to get housing was not with it. Maybe he was a homeboy that he was trying to get housing, or maybe it was somebody else that was just hating on these migrants. We don't know yet, though. Let's continue.
Injured in the incident, and at least two guys face charges in that case. People who live nearby say this line is always snaking around the building. Listen.
Y'all seen that line? I know y'all seen that line. And I tell you, the gas station was just like this, but they was just standing around. It wasn't no line like this. They wasn't waiting for gas. They wasn't trying to pump their gas. There was nothing like that. They was just standing around, chilling. Families, you seen dogs, you seen cats, I seen kids. I was like, what's going on here?
Say this line is always snaking around the building. Listen.
There are literally hundreds every day lined up around the block, all the way to the next block and around the corner.
So right now, at least 70,000 migrants are being housed and fed by New York City, and more than 160,000 migrants and counting have come to the Big Apple since 2022. The New York Post also reporting that over the weekend, a group of migrants were arrested for shoplifting after reportedly trying to run right out of Bloomingdale's in Manhattan with thousands of dollars worth of designer sunglasses. And that's all just in the past 72 hours, right, Dana? So a lot happening here, and we'll keep an eye on what's going on at Randall's Island, Dana.
All right, Alexis, thank you.
Wow. That was interesting. That was very interesting. Migrants came to the U.S. and now they are fighting for shelter. They're fighting for food. They're fighting for the right to work, the right to stay here. And it's a very interesting thing that's going on in this country right now. A lot of people are talking about it. A lot of people are giving their takes. A lot of people are against it. A lot of people are for it. Um, and it's a very interesting thing that's happening here because I don't think we've seen anything like this before. Not at this level, at least. I haven't. I have not.